what is the eighth wonder of the world? Many say it's compound interest. Well, if it increases your money multiple times over the years, then it definitely is a wonderful thing. But let me tell you about the magic and power of compounding. There are two different types of interest: simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest is simple. Say you invest 10,000 rupees in an instrument and get 10% simple interest, you will get 1,000 rupees every year. But compound interest is where things get interesting. In this, the return that you get from your first year on the investment becomes a part of your principal in the next year, and you get interest on your interest. Well, it got too complicated. Let's clear it with an example. Say I invest 10,000 rupees in a fund that gives me 10% return every year with compound interest. First year's return will be 1,000 rupees, which is 10% of 10,000 rupees. But next year, my interest will be calculated on 11,000 rupees, which is my principal plus year one interest. So the interest will be 1,100 rupees. Now this 1,100 rupees will be added to my 11,000 rupees, and my third year principal will be at 12,100 rupees, which means my interest is at 1,210 rupees for that year. But is it going to make a big difference? Well, definitely. Let's take a bigger number now. Say I invest 10 lakh rupees in a long-term instrument for 30 years that gives me compound interest at the rate of 10% per annum. In 10 years, my 10 lakh would become 25 lakh. In 20 years, it will become 67.3 lakhs, and in 30 years, it will become a whopping 1.75 crore rupees, which means my return is 1.65 crore rupees in 30 years, which is more than what I invested. But if I would have invested in this instrument that gives me simple interest of 10% on the same investment for 30 years, my money would become just 40 lakh rupees, which is just 30 lakh rupees more than what I invested. Now, how do you calculate simple interest and compound interest? You can either work smart and use a calculator, but if you are someone who chooses the difficult way, the formula for simple interest is P multiplied by 1 plus RT, where P is the principal amount, R is the rate of interest, and T is the number of years. The formula for compound interest is P multiplied by 1 plus I multiplied by N minus 1, where P is the principal, I is the annual interest, and N is the number of compounding periods. So that's why compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Hope you understood the concept of compound interest. For more such news and views and informative videos, keep watching ET Now.